Long live the King Omni Supreme, man. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning or something. I was up studying like a motherfucker, getting my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because I got to learn 10 things a day. So I could be smarter than you, stronger than you, with more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding than you. Because I got to be greater than you. So I study as much as I can because knowledge is power. You understand? So, while I was studying, I came across this thing called the Annunaki. I know most real niggas is thinking, what the fuck is the Annunaki? But once you start studying religion and go into history, and you're going to go back from Christians to what was before Christians, then you're going to throw it back to the Egyptians, then you're going to get to the Sumerian text and all that shit, then you're going to come across the Anunnaki and shit once you start studying the history of what you're into. Right now, just study your Christian book, man. But anyway, while I was studying the Anunnaki, you know, they say, I'm going to tell you the story about the Anunnaki. My question is this: how the fuck can you tell us a story that was written in a language that you don't even fucking understand? That's like if a nigga show another nigga some Japanese writing and shit. Yo, nigga, what the fuck that say? Nigga, I don't know what the fuck that say, nigga. The only way you gonna know what the fuck that say is if you find a Japanese ball or something close to that motherfucker. Other than that, you ain't gonna know what the fuck it say, man. It's just some fucking art doodling. How the fuck can you break down the cipher of what the fuck that mean of a language that was spoken thousands of years ago in words and shit that described but not even shit that even described today? A fucking ant ain't gonna be called an ant to be able to break it down. Back then, this shit probably was called a walker. It was a walker. And now they calling it a fucking ant. And they could decipher this by looking at the doodles that they never seen before or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying. Alright, so they mixed their DNA with prehistoric man DNA and made us slaves to mine gold to save their planet. Now, do you fuck? They took their DNA and put it in a wild animal that was on Earth, prehistoric man, some type of monkey, and made us. And now we have the knowledge of the gods. And they made us to be slaves to mine gold. But they have enough knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to make a monkey into a fucking human being, the greatest thing on earth. But they didn't have enough knowledge to get the gold out the ground. So they had to create us to do that because they was lazy. And they mixed their DNA with us to make us part them. Now what's crazy is, now at the time, we worshiped the Anunnaki as gods, even though we was their slave. That kind of sound familiar. I'm not going to say what race that worshiped the other race as gods that once was their slave, but that shit kind of sounds familiar. And that's another religion thing. But I ain't here to dig on that right now. I'm going to let you other niggas do that. And as humans, we'll never be good enough to make it where the Anunnaki live. Because we're not good enough. So they left us here and try to kill us with the flood. So basically, where the Anunnaki live is heaven. And since we not good enough, we'll never be able to make it. So they left us here on the earth. Kind of like how God made hell for the devil. Because he's not good enough for heaven either. So he's stuck in hell. Kind of like we stuck on this fucking planet. But fuck all that. You think about that shit. So the Anunnaki made us dig for gold. So they was our gods. And gold means something to them. Why does money equals gold? And then the Rothschild came up with this trick to get everybody gold. And to give them these fake dollar bills as a representation as gold. That's an IOU for the gold that you have. That's what your money was supposed to equal how much gold you have. But the Rothschilds and the banks, they have all the gold. So are they waiting for the aliens to give the aliens the gold? Huh? When the aliens come back, they're going to give them all the gold and then they're going to make it to heaven and Nubaru? And that's what we working and slaving hard for? Because the gold from our gods that created us to be their slaves? Now, I don't know if you know, but from history of what they say, people, human beings, killed Jesus. So, and people killed everybody else, every good person. So, what you think they'd do to the Anunnaki?